All right, we're live. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing out there? Let's take a look and see who we got. Holy smokes, look at all these people. Awesome. I guess you're all here to see Mike. Mike will be here in a minute. He's just backstage. Mike's been working all day as usual. Hardest working man in Hollywood. All right, we got Chris Murphy, Humberto, Diane. I thought you were going to a concert, but we see you there in the chats. We got Daryl. Hey, Daryl. Tim. We got Bucky, Glenn. It's good to see you all. I'm very excited about hooking up tonight with Owen from TOC Supplies. He's the second Canadian that I've had on my live stream channel. Hi, Tim. Why don't we bring in my my partner in crime here, Mike? How's it going?
Not so big. There we go. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm a little tired. Worked all day on a car, just like you. Just like you.
We're just eating pizza, and she's like, "So who's Rick again?" She's asking me who's Rick again. I'm like, hold on. Before you explain who's Rick again, watch this great latest video. Then you'll know who Rick is.
And she watched it?
All we told about, that's why I ran out here. All we told was like, okay, it's 3 minutes before we go live. I gotta go.
You know, I love my wife and she loves me, but she hasn't watched one of my videos.
What?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go turn this light off, right?
Yeah, go turn that light off. It's shining you out. While you're doing that, I'll tell everybody who we got on tonight. I'm sure they already know, but we've got Owen Nash, who is he's the corporate CEO. He's the president. He's the El Grande. He is the 𝗟𝗩𝗘𝗦, CEO, CFO, CMO of TOC Supplies, which is one of Canada's largest online retailers of detailing products, tools, and equipment. And he's also a buddy of mine. We've known each other for quite a few years through the internets.
Nice.
And, do you know Owen, Mike? Have you ever?
No.
But you know of TOC Supplies.
I just know of TOC Supplies. Yes.
Do you follow Owen on Instagram?
I follow TOC Supplies on Instagram.
Yep. Then you follow Owen. All right, who do we got out here? We got Alex says COO. Oh, good. Yeah, I forgot.
Yes,
He's
that is a
COO
Corvette
as well.
They're asking if that's a Corvette. Yeah, it is a Corvette. I think it's a 2018.
Yeah, it's got the engine in the front.
It's only got 1,100 miles on it.
What's the paint like on that car?
Hard.
Yeah.
There was a couple swirls on there. I mean, it was light, you know, and I was using that swirl remover.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, and it wasn't coming out. I was like, well, I'm not pulling out a compound. I'm just
really
awesome coating.
That's what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
I know Corvette puts a lot of innovation into their paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a lot more people coming in. It's cool. So we got Bmw Auto Detail. I know he's up in the Sacramento area, which I know it's hot up there. What's going on? Chris is in here. Daryl's up in here. Harley's like right here. So look about Harley. She's like right there. And then Harley loves that vet. She does. Alex is in the house. What's up, Alex? Please do smash that thumbs up. It does help the algorithm, and it helps Rick.
I need help.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, if we get to 250 likes, I guess I'll phone myself. That's what James. The RAD company's been doing some lives where they get a certain amount of likes on the live, someone gets phoned.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. If we can get to 100 likes on this here, I'll have my wife phone me outside.
Really?
Yeah, let's get 100 likes.
Let's get 100 likes tonight, or 100 likes even once it's tonight.
On this live.
Oh, well, that's going to be
it's
gonna be a tall order.
We got 30 people here already, and we still haven't even met the main person of the show is not even in here yet, and we're already at 31 now, and it's still climbing. And the guest is not even here.
Well, he told me he wouldn't show up unless he had 33.
Oh, okay, so
he said, I'm not going on your piddly channel unless there's 33 live viewers.
Oh, you just lost one.
Uh-oh.
They're like, when they were out of here then.
He didn't say that.
I know he
That
did.
would be funny if he did, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you say, Mike? Should we bring him in?
Sure. Sounds
All
good.
right. Rad viewers, say hello to Owen Nash. Hey, Owen.
Hey, how's it going, Rick?
Good. We don't have 33. We've got 32 though.
No, I can't come on that.
We're at 33 now.
Oh, we
Okay.
got 33.
Okay, there we
Quorum
go.
has been met.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right,
Now he can talk.
Well,
Perfect.
it's great to have you on, and I told Mike backstage that you and I'll be talking about a few Canadian topics, and he's free to ask questions.
Right.
If he doesn't understand what we're talking about, but it's great to have a fellow Canadian on. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, Rick and Mike.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. I loved the thumbnail that your team put together for this live stream.
That was great.
They're a lot more talented than I am. I think you said CMO. I'm definitely not the CMO of this company.
I don't even know what a CMO is.
Oh, Chief Marketing Officer.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
We have much more talented people than myself doing that.
Well, that's a good place to start. So, like, tell us about the team. What have you assembled?
So we started back in December. On December 10th, actually, our website went live. We've kind of been working on this for almost about a year now. I've been working on it in terms of TOC Supplies. And really, it stems back to TOC Logistics is a company that I run as well. So we're a logistics, third-party logistics, e-commerce fulfillment company. And, my passion for detailing over the last 6 or 7 years really has brought me to kind of take my passion for detailing and really a lot of my frustration for not getting great products here in Canada and really merging those two passions of logistics and supply chain and the frustration of not getting great products here in Canada and starting TOC Supplies. That's really why we started TOC Supplies. So, we have all the infrastructure, we have the warehousing, we ship to thousands of people across Canada every day for all the customers that we do work for. And really what it's come down to is just now adding the TOC Supplies element onto our TOC Logistics business. So TOC Supplies is purely an online e-commerce store. Again, started in December, and we have 3 people and myself that work on it pretty diligently. So we have Edna, who's really our chief marketing kind of person. So she is the glue for our marketing. Everything you see from the website to all the social content, she really looks after all of it. She's got a great eye for making sure everything we put out is very professional looking and everything's on point. And then we have Ash, who's really the guy behind the camera. So anything you kind of see from any of the videos or the camera shots and stuff that we do, Ash is really, he's that guy. He's very talented. He's all self-taught. Actually said one day he went to school after and knew more than the professors did in his school, but just needed to get the education, but already knew all the stuff. So he's very talented. And then Josh, who's the guy you see a lot in our videos. Josh really looks after, he does a lot of the video work. He's great on camera. He's really personable. He's also our product specialist. So he is a detailer as well. So like myself and him, we really talk about the products. He's kind of our product specialist. He's our customer service person and really is our face of TOC in terms of on the camera. And then as much as Ash and Edna would like to get me more in front of the camera, I'm a little camera shy to do that kind of stuff, but they're warming me up to it for sure. So.
Well, it's awesome. Yeah, you've put a great team together there. And I'm sure it'll just continue to grow.
Yeah.
You're familiar with our live streams, right, Owen?
Yeah.
You know about we like to ask questions, and then hopefully those questions will elicit conversation. So without further ado, why don't we start with question 1? And you'll recognize some of these questions, but some of them have been customized just for you. But number 1. So you said 6 or 7 years, but when did your passion for detailing take root?
When I was a small kid, I remember I was always out helping my dad wash his car. He was always a fanatic about washing his car. Still is today. My dad's 74 years old and still washes his car every weekend. We just got a lot better product now that I'm giving him to use. But I remember, a little kid out there with Ajax, the powder, kitchen powder and a hard brush and cleaning the white wall tires and cleaning the raised white letters and everything. And I've always been passionate about detailing. 6 or 7 years ago, I kind of went down that rabbit hole of YouTube and really started like watching chemical guys videos more than anything, just about really trying to learn about detailing and everything else. And then really started following the likes of yourself and Pan the Organizer and other people, and really started realizing there's another level out there in terms of detailing and products and availability of stuff. And it's, that's really where it's taken off. And I would say probably the last 3 to 4 years, it's been a little more than just a hobby. It's more of an enthusiast level in terms of detailing. Really getting into a lot of the paint corrections, coatings and so forth. That's really been a lot that, the last 3 to 4 years. And 2 years ago, we moved into a house that really had a nice sized garage that I was able to steal a lot of your ideas, actually, in terms of the way your garage is finished out. And was able to outfit my garage, and really, it really started taking off then in terms of really taking it seriously and really taking it passionately more than anything. So it's been a long time, but the last 6 or 7 years, it's been serious. In the last 2 to 3 years, it's been, a little more than just kind of fooling around out in the garage on the weekend. So,
yeah, if people aren't familiar, they should follow 𝗠𝗔𝗥𝗔𝗦𝗡, because you're from Aurora, Ontario. That's your personal Instagram, but it's very much detail and garage based. I have serious garage envy when I look at your setup.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and you obviously you take care of. You've got a Volvo, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't have a Volvo. No,
you never had a Volvo.
No, I have a lot of cars in that garage. People maybe think they're mine, but
what is your principal ride right now?
So I have a 2001 GMC Sierra Denali pickup truck.
And you just have that thing just mint or what?
Yeah, it looks pretty mint. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you winter drive it?
Yeah.
It's hard to keep them clean in the winter and the summer. All right.
Absolutely.
Mike, did you understand everything we just spoke about? Did the words come out
Sierra,
right?
You said GMC Sierra. I understood that.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty American, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many loonies is a GMC Sierra? I'm just kidding. All right. Number 2.
What's a loony?
How many toonies? Actually, that'd be a more complex question. How many toonies is it?
Oh, yeah. No, that's too much math. All right. So since the launch of TOC Supplies, what has been the biggest surprise?
Really, just the support. We've been very blessed with, a lot of the affiliates that we've reached out to, yourself included, Rick. I reached out to a lot of these people, in early December before we started the company, and kind of asked about 7 or 8 people that I knew fairly well through Instagram, through my personal account, and told them I was going to be working on this, and asked them if they would come on as an affiliate, and everybody right away said no problem. I'm not going to name. There is 9 of them now. I don't want to name them all because I know I'll miss one of them. But yourself, obviously, Rick, and then obviously Alex, right? 𝗬𝗘𝗦 is the TRC Grand Ambassador of the Year.
We're not here to plug Bucky.
Oh, we can't talk about Bucky?
Yeah, you're on the wrong show for that one. That's on a different show. Right. They go on Fridays.
Bucky's getting really, really big head down there in Medicine Hat. He's walking around with a fur coat. It's
in the fedora.
Yeah, he's big shot. But yeah, no, I've been very, very happy to help, and you helped me. We scratch each other's backs.
Thank you. But yeah, I think the support has been great, not only from the affiliate marketing partners that we have, the suppliers. The suppliers have been great to deal with. Really the biggest thing that started TOCs was getting Viper chairs into Canada, and that was one of those products that wasn't in Canada at the time. And I was I'd reached out to Alex on my personal Instagram account and was talking to him again about what I was thinking of doing up here, and he was more than happy to help and bring Viper into Canada through TOC. And Rick, you've been a big help with AR North America and a couple other brands that we brought in as well. So once you start bringing in AR North America and Viper and some other big lines, Detail Firm, Brandon, Detail Firm has been amazing. I know Mike's a huge fan of Detail Firm.
I love Detail Firm.
Absolutely love those products. And again, we're trying to really be, kind of a medium tier up quality supplier of car detailing products. We don't want to carry every single line that's out there because there's a lot.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we're carrying really quality lines, and really just trying to educate, everybody from weekend warriors, and offering products right up to professionals is really what we're trying to do. But and then obviously the biggest thing, or the biggest surprise that I would say is just the support from our customers that we've been able to get in 7 months has been amazing. And repeat customers all the time coming now, and that's probably the biggest surprise, is just how much people have taken a no-name company that's only been around for 8 months and have really shown us, a lot of love and a lot of care and so forth, and it's been great. So
that's awesome. All right, so following up to that, since the launch of TOC, what has been the biggest challenge?
I figured something like this type of question would come tonight. I don't know. The biggest challenge, I think, is probably internal, right? In terms of us, our own expectations. And the team is very passionate about trying to grow the company and grow our social marketing feed and grow just everything about TOC. And it's just really probably setting realistic expectations. We're only, as I said, 8 months old, and I think a lot of us think we really should be looking at things that maybe a company 2 or 3 years down the road will be expecting. So the biggest challenge is probably things we just put on ourselves in terms of expectations and expectation setting. But it's great to to be around a group of 3 very passionate people that want to do really well and want the company to do really well and take pride in what they do on a day-to-day basis. So, we'll take it. The growth has been great. So we will, we'll just keep pushing ourselves internally and making it hard on ourselves. So.
Oh, we just got a message from Papa Smurf. He's, what was that? He's off work picking up my son. Okay. He wanted to be here tonight. All right. Now, I kind of had a feeling you might say that for number 3. So number 4 is a bit of a follow-up.
Right.
All right. So have you been successful in maintaining a healthy work-life balance since the launch of TOC?
What does that mean?
Well, we have people on here who grind 24 hours. Like, are you taking time to relax? We don't want you to burn out.
I haven't had a vacation day this year, so probably not. It's cliche saying is, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. It's, but a lot of the, I do have, the TOC logistics side of the business, that is my day-to-day business. I do run it. It's a, fairly large. I think we are going to open our 4th building in October. We'll have over 300,000 square feet of space. Wow. We have 70 employees within the company now, and it's growing rapidly as well. So, but again, on that side, I got a fantastic team, a leadership team that drives that, that company with me. And then on the TOC Supply side, I got a great team as well. So I've been very lucky and blessed to surround myself with amazing, talented people that help on both sides of the business. And, really it's, I knew the first year would be hard. Like, I knew the first year, 18 months will be hard in terms of TOC Supplies. And, I'm hoping as, it continues to grow and we get through some of the, the wrinkles of just understanding the e-commerce world, hopefully that balance comes a little more back in check for sure. So.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, no, I think surrounding yourself with good people is always key.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I keep Mike around.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mike, what's the weather like down where you are in California?
It's like 85 degrees, clear skies, no breeze.
That's good for you. Like you can handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Owen was telling me before the go ahead, tell people what kind of weather are you experiencing out there in Ontario?
Well, I'll have to give both numbers, right? So it was 31, feeling like 40 today, which is, I guess, 104, 103, 104 for the humidity.
Oh, that's hot.
That's really
So I wanted to do this in my garage. As nice as my garage is, I do have a heater for the winter, but I don't have an air conditioner for the summer. I think it was like 88 in there. but I left to come down here. So I'm actually in my office now I was going to do it in our warehouse as well, because I figured it cool to have the backdrop of all the stuff behind us and the product. Yeah. And then, our building is fairly new that we're in, that the TOC Supply product is in, and it has motion sensor lights in it. So every 10 minutes I would be waving my arms trying to get the lights to go on in the warehouse. So I figured that's not going to work either. So, so here I am in my office.
Yeah. Funny, in my garage, I'm the opposite. I don't have a heater, but I do have an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding. All right.
We got 6 more weeks before Rick starts putting the snow tires back on. So.
I've never seen snowfall.
Well, you know what? I've put them on in September.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And you mentioned it. I'm working next week. I'm going up to Edmonton for 3 nights, taking the kid up to see the world's best mall and the water park. And when I get back, I'm picking up a car from one of the guys who works at Tuner Works, which is a local tuner shop that just great guys. And what we're going to do is work out I detail his car. I get some sweet new winter tires.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because my winter tires are shot. They're not shot, but they've gone through 5 seasons.
You put more kilometers on those than you do your.
Oh, definitely. So oh, for sure.
What's kilometers?
It's like a loony.
Or it's miles for us. I know what you mean. I know.
All right. Back to the questions, number 5. So, how instrumental has the support of influencers been to the growth of TOC?
Well, the guy we can't talk about, Alex, he's been really good.
Yeah, for crying out loud.
Rick, dude, I put you in charge of getting one guy on the show, and he talks about somebody else.
No, our influencers have been like.
But when you meet Alex, you get it. He's captivating. He captivates you. Yeah.
He is. No, obviously, Rick actually was the first person I reached out to ask him about being an influencer for TOC Supplies, and he was more than gracious to do it. And all our influencers have been fantastic. Rick certainly has been very successful in helping drive the growth of TOC, and he's been very gracious of a lot of the videos that he does to showcase the products that we have. And obviously, he loves his Viper chair, and we've been able to work together on some stuff on the Viper in terms of the quick height adjuster and the sidekick and stuff with Rick. And then we just sent him that 𝗠𝗏𝗏 products that we got.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool line. It's a pretty fun. They have a lot of fun with the marketing, both at 𝗠𝗏𝗏 and at the RAD company. And we're having obviously a lot of fun with it too in our marketing side, but it is a very, very nice product. And but yeah, so all the influencers, as I say, we have 9 of them now. And again, we're really trying to keep that to a select group. We don't want to we have lots of people reaching out to us now asking to be an influencer, and it's very difficult for us to say we have enough, because obviously we'd like to have lots of them, but I think it gets watered down a bit after a while. So we really kind of pick and choose the ones that we wanted to work with, and not only do they help grow the brand, but they're great to work with, which is what we love about it. So
yeah, well, you guys are great to work with too. I am aware we have a lot of American viewers tonight, and you do not at this time send any products to the States, do you?
No. There's really, like really the reason we started TOC Supplies was to bring products from the US up to Canada that were difficult to get, right? So there's a lot of really cool products that you can get down in the US that pay crazy amount of shipping and duties and taxes and everything else to bring the products over here. It's almost not feasible for most products. So I think eventually, who knows, right? As TOC continues to grow, and we have had a few people reach out to us about shipping down to the US, and at this time we don't do it, but that may be something we do. We do it in our day-to-day business on the logistics side. We do cross-border stuff all the time. So it may be something we do on the TOC Supply side down the road for sure.
Yeah, I remember speaking with you years ago. We were always complaining about UPS and FedEx and all these like customs charges that arrive a week later. And you were like, well, I've got a logistics company. And I was like,
Yep.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
you actually followed through. Like it was
Yep.
something you had been talking and bantering about for years.
Yeah. Like a $50 product will end up costing you like $150, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not even an exaggeration.
No.
Yeah,
I
Mike,
mean,
we
I
don't.
remember you posting some of your UPS invoices on your Instagram account.
Oh God, I'm sure I've got one that needs paying around here somewhere. Even when people send you things as a promotion, you still get hit.
Yeah.
Really?
Across the border. Yeah.
Yeah, depends how they send it, Mike. But yeah, I've had free loot and then an $85 UPS brokerage fee and all this other nonsense. So Owen's doing all the hard. He's doing the Lord's work for us Canadian detailing enthusiasts.
We're trying.
All right, number 6. So, do you still find time to detail your own car or truck?
Funny enough, actually, the guys Ash and Josh wanted to fire up one of the air pressure washers the other day because we actually just got MTM on board as well. So we got a lot of the Mosmatic or the MTM 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏 stuff in, and so they were all keen to play with it, and they got it set up in the back of the warehouse, outside on the ramp, and they wanted to use snow and do some cool shots with it. And I said, well, I know a car we can wash, and they're like, please. And I went around and grabbed my truck and brought it around back, and yeah, I got a free. The guys did a nice job cleaning it up for me. But I do something I still love doing. It's either Saturday or Sunday morning. I'll go out at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and get out there and wash my car. It's my downtime. It's my time just to kind of spend a couple hours on the truck and just not think about much, right? So it's kind of my alone time, and it's great. In the winter, doing cars inside the garage. When I go out there for a day and work on a car, it's my time just to kind of get away from everything. With TOC Supplies now, it's a little tough to get away from it on the detailing side because I'm always kind of entrenched in this detailing stuff now. But yeah, it's coupled now, right? I have no choice. The cars are always, it's funny because the guys always want to do kind of, they want to get new products in and they want to work on like before and afters. And I'm like, well, it'd be like working on your car, right? Like you can never do a before and after on your car because it's always so clean, right? And
yeah,
I really can't do it on mine either. So, but yeah, I know I still enjoy it. I love doing it. And then obviously, we have a lot of manufacturers reaching out to us now about carrying their products. And, my garage is looking like a disaster right now from the lines that we've had given to us to try it in demo. And, I love getting out there and trying it. But again, you can only wash your car so many times, right? So.
Oh, I know. And do you detail for people you know?
Yeah. So like the last 3 years, it was kind of just neighbors and friends and stuff. But, as I got into this new garage, still neighbors and friends and stuff. But I'm starting to actually, the last 2 or 3 years, had a lot of customers, like people just word of mouth now. You do a car for somebody, and then they tell their neighbor, and then they're reaching out, and then their neighbor or 2 neighbors down see their car and say, "What did you do to your car?" And they reach out to me. So last year it was busy. Like last year was super busy for me on my personal, like the detailing side. This year I've scaled it back a little bit because I'm just so busy with the TOC supply side stuff. But yeah, it's still I do enough to keep me busy on the detailing side, but. Last year it was pretty busy. I think I did almost 48 cars last year.
Holy smokes! Do you charge enough, or are you a steal of a deal?
Like I do ceramic coating. I was doing ceramic coatings, doing like CSL and Car Pro stuff. I was doing like $850 for a car. Doing kind of like a single step. I wouldn't probably do maybe a 2 steps. I did on a few cars. But $850 kind of thing. That was kind of where I was at. I know that it's not, it's not cheap for some people. It's not super expensive based on what you can get from other shops. But so I thought people found, I guess they thought it was fair, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, that sounds fair. It is a lot of time, right? And you're a guy who's got things to do. So your time is valuable, and all of our time.
It's a weekend, right? Like it's a full weekend. Like it's
it's a full week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
pardon me.
doing 2 and 3 step corrections, because I just don't have the time to do it, right? And I don't videotape any of the stuff like Rick does, which takes even longer to set
Tell
up
me
all the
about it.
camera shots and everything else. But it's a full weekend, and
Yeah.
I have a family, and you want to spend time with the family and stuff. So last year it was a lot. So this year I've scaled it back quite a bit. I still get enough, to keep me busy. I do my own cars, and then obviously the TOC supply stuff kind of takes up the other time.
Look at this freeloader. Wants a free car wash.
Bring it from
I must apologize earlier.
bring it from Lethbridge, sure.
I mentioned Medicine Hat. I get them mixed up because I don't really know the difference.
I almost said Medicine Hat.
There's small towns, nothing going on.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 7. All right, so how do you know when you have enough microfiber towels? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah. Rick and I share the same. I don't know if I call it passion or addiction. But
call it both.
Yeah, I actually counted mine because I figured you would ask me how many.
Okay.
It was 284.
Oh, yeah. Junior.
Really?
I got 284 extras. I've never counted mine. That does sound excessive.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I got a whole warehouse right here full of them, actually.
Well, this is what we were joking about on Instagram, right? You could come home with a bag of, hey, how does that work? You got to buy that stuff, or can you just steal it from your own stock?
Well, I don't know about stealing it, but it's marketing.
Yeah.
It's marketing. But
yeah.
No, it's obviously I don't try to take, if I need stuff, obviously I get a pretty good cost taking it. But it's I have enough in my garage already, and
I love microfiber. I just love the color. I like the way they look when they're all folded up. And man, I find though, as I get into this, I use way too many towels on a single project. Like I'll do a window, right? I'll quarter my towel. I'll do a window. I'll flip it around, and I'm like, new towel. Like I used to do a car with like 4 or 5 towels. I'm using like probably 20 to 30 towels on a detail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not the only crazy one. All right. Let's go to number 8. All right. What is your favorite Canadian musical artist or group?
Oh man.
Yeah, I threw you a left there. That you weren't expecting it.
Yeah. What if I go old school? Like, what if I go like Rush?
Oh. So I went on a deep dive on Rush recently.
Really?
Yeah, I watch a guy on YouTube called 𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗦. I don't know if you've heard of him. Very popular.
Yeah.
And he did he does deep dives on tunes. And I'm just every night I go to bed, I'm listening to a Rush tune.
Really?
It's crazy how good they are.
Yeah,
but they lack that mass appeal, which is fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've had a few.
I played golf with a buddy of mine who's a member at a golf course, and he started talking to this guy in the group in front of us. He had a hat on, sunglasses. I didn't know who he was, and he's talking to him, and he comes back after. And he goes, "You know who that was, right?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh no.
And he goes, "It's Alex Lifeson."
No.
From Rush. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Can we hit up now? Like, can we go talk to him?" He goes, "Oh no, he doesn't." And at his club, he actually had Bruce Colburn too.
Well, this is going to get real Canadian, because do you remember when Alex Lifeson was a special guest on the Trailer Park Boys?
Yes, I do.
Oh God, was that funny?
Yeah. He's a super nice guy. So we actually ended up, after we played the round, he was having lunch, and he was sitting beside us actually, and we were talking. He was a super nice guy. But yeah, it's when he first told me Alex Lifeson, I'm like, wow, a little starstruck.
How popular is Rush where you are, Mike?
I'll listen to them, but they're not very popular now.
Yeah, they're like almost like a boutique. I don't know how to explain it.
I listen to satellite radio, so I'd have to switch to I'd have to switch to a weird station I probably wouldn't go to normally to hear Rush.
Yeah.
Interesting about Rush, like if they obviously they were huge in Canada, big in the US, but worldwide, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know, in today's world, you wonder how big they would be now, right? Like if it was today's genre, today's music, and everything in terms of social media, like how big would they actually be now? Like a 3-person band like that, and they were just so. And Neil Peart was like, phenomenal drummer, right? So
probably the best ever.
Or I can be more modern and say Drake, I guess.
Yeah, they're a little better than Imagine Dragons. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's go on to number 9. All right, so what is your main criteria when deciding on what brands to carry? What are you looking for?
Really, to me, it's 2 things: is quality of product, first of all, but we really like working with the brand. Like that's important to us. We're super, excited to be able to get Rag Company up here, and there are a couple of retailers that sell Rag Company. And the one thing that's been great about working with the Rag Company is we do a lot of social stuff on their products, and they love that, and they love what we're doing with the social media side of it, and they've been super supportive in terms of us up here, and great to deal with. So to me, it's really 2 things. One, it's got to be a quality brand, but 2, we really want to enjoy working with either the manufacturer, because there's lots of brands. There's lots of brands out there. There's lots of product out there. And really it just comes down to, you got to enjoy who we're working with. And we've had a few brands reach out to us from Europe that, we're in negotiations with now, bringing over here. And it's, a lot of it's just been because of our social media work, and they really enjoy what we're doing with our social media work. And if anybody that follows our social media on TOC Supplies, it is a lot. We really push a lot of the brands that we love working with. We have Geon, we have CarPro, but a lot of people sell Geon and CarPro. So we don't spend a ton of effort and time on pushing, Geon and CarPro. But when it comes to, AR or blower band or stubby nozzle or detail firm, 𝗠𝗏𝗏, Rag Company, AR North America, all those brands. P&S is another one that we did the guys, both Ash and Josh, went and did a YouTube video, or at least shot a YouTube video last week with a group called Truck King. So they've got a 100,000 subscriber YouTube channel. They do a lot of off-road stuff, and they're just about an hour north of us. And they, took a new Ford Bronco out into basically the bush and got it real dirty. And Josh got to detail it using the new P&S off-road line. So that video is going to be coming out in a week or so. But again, just, people that are excited about things that we are doing and excited about working with us. And I forgot Viper too. We do a lot of stuff with Viper. We were at a show last week or 2 weeks ago called Import Fest, which was at a large convention center down in downtown Toronto. And we were sitting beside Chad Lindbergh it was Jesse from Fast and Furious, the first movie. And he he had the car there.
Yeah.
And, Edna and Josh did a little intro video saying, "Come on down, we're down here, and look who we're sitting beside." And Viper sent us a message on our DM saying, "Hey, I'll give you $10 if you can get him to sit on the chair." And so sure enough, about an hour in, Josh kind of pushed the chair over to Chad, and Chad starts rolling around on his booth. And we, got like a minute video of him rolling around on this Viper chair. And, we posted back saying, "We'll take our $10 now." And they loved it. Like it was awesome. Chad was amazing. And he basically just jumped on it, and he's rolling around his booth, and he gets up and he goes, "This thing's amazing." Like you couldn't have got it any better. And, the only thing I was driving up that home that night after the show, and it actually hit me. I'm like, damn, I should have got him to sign it. That would have been amazing. He was there all day signing autographs for everybody. And I'm like, I should have got him to sign that chair. That would have been awesome. But
that's like I got a hat from Renny Doyle. I think, Mike, you got one too, and I should have asked him to sign that hat. It's not that he's Wayne Gretzky or anything, but these people, they mean something to you, and there's something about that signature.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I remember when you first kicked off, I was so excited to see you partner with AR because getting a quality pressure washer as a Canadian had always been, well, next to impossible.
Yeah.
When you look at the finances involved
Yeah. Yep.
with
Exactly.
the
What
shipping and the exchange and stuff. So having a Canadian distributor of AR North America is, it's
Yeah.
just, and I think I've sent a few referrals your way for that machine.
Yeah. We actually we sold out of them. Um,
What?
yeah. I didn't think we sold out. Like I didn't think they were, $1,000 a pressure washer, right? Like I didn't think they were going to be as popular as they were. Like we had, I think, 30 of them that we brought in. We sold out in about 2 months of those things, and just supply chain issues and everything else. I believe Friday or Monday we have another load coming up from Minnesota from AR, and it's we bought even more this time because we want to make sure we can get them and keep them.
Mm.
But yeah, it's that's a really great brand. Like you turn that pressure washer on and you don't even know. Like you go from a Karcher, or you had your old AR,
Yeah,
right?
I had the old one. Yeah,
The old one from Lowe's, and you got to wear your hearing protection when you're wearing this thing because it's so loud. And you turn this AR on, it just purrs like a kitten. It's just amazing.
yeah. I've got that 40-degree nozzle in mine, and I just love the way it fans. I was having a conversation via email with a Canadian named Chris who just received his, got his all set up, and I always get a bit nervous when I get an email back from somebody who made a purchase on my referral.
Right.
Because you hope it went well, right? And
Right.
it did. He was so appreciative, and he said that the whole experience was amazing. So thanks for taking care of these people that I send your way. That means a lot.
Yeah, like our customer service is really the only thing that having products that are tough to get in Canada is one thing that kind of differentiates ourselves. The other thing is just providing great customer service, right? We have a lot of people. Going back to what are one of your what surprised you kind of questions. The amount of involvement we get with customers on Instagram is I think we're over 818 followers now, and it's growing pretty rapidly. Ever since Import Fest, it's actually grown pretty rapidly. I think we've grown like 120 or 140 followers in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So it's been pretty steady growth the last 2 or 3 weeks. But, instead of people calling or emailing, it's everybody just DMs, right? And DMs the TOC Supplies account. And, thank God that, Edna and Ash, and I don't think they sleep because I think they answer this thing like all the time. And I'll get on it after a couple hours. I'll be in a meeting or something, and I'll get on it and I'll just start scrolling through it. And I can't even keep up because there's so many conversations going on, going back and forth with everybody. And everybody's been amazing. Like everybody, all our customers have been amazing to work with. And I think we've had like one issue in terms of, we shipped something to a customer and they weren't happy with it. And, the hundreds and orders that we've done, almost thousands of orders already, it's been pretty amazing. So.
Let's back up to a question here from Holden, Details by Holden.
Yeah.
So, any interest in carrying the new Active 2.0 washer that Obsessed Garage will be carrying? Do you know that?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, Holden's one of our affiliate guys. So his Instagram game in the last few months has been like mint. He's really changed a lot of his Instagram stuff. He's been doing a good job for us there too.
Awesome.
Maybe, I think Active is based in Toronto, as are we. I think the one thing we've been trying to do is make sure we don't have a lot of multiple brands for the same kind of product.
Right.
And I'm not probably going to I won't speak too much out of school, but I know AR is working on some other stuff that probably shouldn't just talk about, but they are working on some other models, I guess is the best way to put it. And I guess, when we work with a company like AR, would we ever carry 𝗠𝗏𝗧𝗢? Probably not. Would we carry Active? Maybe, but I think we really want to try to stay true to, to our manufacturers and our manufacturers, that we really don't want to, have lots of lines of the same kind of product.
Yeah, I appreciate that because you go to some websites and it's just it's like going to Amazon.
Yeah.
There's no end, and you've done a very good job so far of curating what it is you carry.
Right. Right.
So that was why I asked number 9. What's your criteria? Nothing against other brands, but
Yeah.
you
No.
dilute the waters so much that
Right.
yeah. There
No,
was
like for microfibers, right? Like we were very fortunate and lucky to be able to get the RAG company. Other brands have reached out to us and said, would you carry our stuff? And we've had to say, sorry, we won't. We're going to stick with the RAG company. And from our perspective, why wouldn't you? Right?
Yeah.
Like they have everything you need.
Yeah.
The gauntlet towels, the new 1500 drying towel is like phenomenal.
Awesome towel.
Phenomenal. I think you saw. I think that's on your store, Mike. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a phenomenal towel, and it's their whole line, the 𝗚𝗘𝗧𝗢𝗡, all the stuff. It's you really can't go wrong. And
I used the 1500 to dry this off today.
Yeah. Like it's we're at a point where we're very happy and fortunate to have them, and we won't carry another towel line. And we said that to them from day one, and they've never said we couldn't, but we just said we're just going to stick with the one, and that's it. So.
Yeah. Is there companies that are on this side of the border that you want to try to get over there and just at the moment just can't get?
I don't think there's any that we can't get. I think we are talking to quite a few right now.
Mm-hmm.
Between Josh and myself, I think we have about 6 or 7 brands that we're working with right now.
Mm-hmm.
That we're either in negotiation phases, or some of the manufacturers are very formal and will actually do an agreement. Some of them are more just kind of a handshake thing, and we go from there. So I think what we've been careful about is not trying to have every brand and every line that's out there, because you're going to get inundated.
Yeah.
And I think our customers will just end up getting confused, right, as to what you need. And that's where that curation comes in, is that we're just trying to make sure we bring in good quality brands. And there's probably a few in the US I would like to get on the shelves. The one I really want to get, we are in negotiations with, so I probably can't say it right now, but there are a few in the UK that we're working on as well too.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
I like products from the UK and Europe. I don't know why, but like
𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗡 is really kind of the first true UK brand, right, that we've brought in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty impressive. Like, it's really impressive, the quality of that product. So
yeah, and they do a great job of just making detailing fun, like just fun products to work with, fun company to follow. Listen, we didn't finish the questions though. I just realized we've got the last question, and you will have seen this question on lots of different live streams. So what is a recent non-detailing purchase that left you highly satisfied, Owen?
Highly satisfied.
Well, extremely highly satisfied.
Non-detailing purchase.
Have you even made any non-detailing related
I think
purchases?
a lot of detailing purchases.
I bet you do. Me too.
I think a lot of detailing purchases. Probably, summertime. We don't have a lot of time to enjoy summer here.
We got a couple of weeks.
Yeah. In Ontario, we get a few months. That's about it. Yeah. Bought a new outdoor seating set, right, and an umbrella and stuff like that. So that was cool. So we've enjoyed
patio set.
Patio set.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll say this: patio set shopping in Canada is very difficult. Those things tend to be very expensive. Did you get ripped off, or did you get an okay deal?
I got an okay deal because one of our customers is one of those customers. So, or one of those suppliers. So, yeah, we actually we got connections everywhere.
Well, it's true. It's true. When you're out there, you do get connections. All right, you passed all 10. I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10.
Nice.
And Mike, do you have any questions that have been percolating in that head of yours?
I'm getting these messages, and it won't stop getting these messages. So I got to ask.
Go.
Glovebox RX would love to go to Canada. How would that happen?
I'm sure the shipping costs to Rick aren't cheap.
No.
Well, they don't want to go. They don't want to go to that warehouse. They want to go to a different warehouse.
Where did we get that banner?
We have a warehouse.
Yeah, that's where they want to go. They want to go to your warehouse.
Yeah, we could do the Canadian fulfillment for them. Absolutely.
Well, they have
I saw Fred's name pop up a few times, but it's happened so quick I couldn't read his message. But yeah,
they have their own line also. Clubhouse. Yeah. So that's what they're looking to get up there.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also want to get that set up also. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think Fred we should talk for sure.
Yeah, maybe you guys can swap phone. Yeah, you know what? I'll post his phone number right here where everyone can see it.
He doesn't mind that. He is starved for attention. He would love that.
I'm kidding.
Fred,
Or bored, just text Fred. Just
two ways. You can either get us through DM on Instagram, or you can email me at owen@tocsupplies.ca.
Nice.
And because that connection happened here on RAD Garage Livestream, Mike and I would be taking a 2% of all sales.
Perfect.
No, that'll work.
I was going to give you 5. So
damn. GST.
You're a bad negotiator, Rick.
I'm terrible. I'm not a
That's right.
All right. Any questions from the peanut gallery? Let's go back down through here.
What was your first product for your store? Your first supplier. Who was the first that came in to start TOC? Who was the first?
Viper.
Viper was the first, huh? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
so you went right off the bat.
They were the first, and then we ended up bringing in CarPro and 𝗔𝗡𝗏 at the same time. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because when you get into the Canadian market, you have to go sometimes through resellers. Yeah. So we actually had to go through a reseller here in Canada to get CarPro and 𝗔𝗡𝗏. But yeah, Viper was really the first big fish, I will say, that we ended up getting. And it was that led the way for a lot. And then shortly after Viper, Rick was nice enough to introduce us to AR North America for the pressure washers. Mm-hmm. So really, when we launched, we kind of had Viper, AR pressure washers, 𝗔𝗡𝗏, CarPro, and then Detail Firm actually was the next one.
Nice.
That came after it. So Brandon was great to work with, and we brought in them. Then we brought in stubby nozzle and blower band, which we were the first ones in Canada we're still the only ones in Canada to carry Viper. We were the first ones to carry AR North America. We were the first ones to carry stubby nozzle and blower band. And I think we're still the only ones in Canada carrying Detail Firm.
Nice.
Yep.
So, yeah, and then the connection, then, we reached out to RAG company and we really didn't hear back much from them, but actually Alex from Viper, put in a really good word for us at the RAG company and kept kind of hounding the RAG company actually about us. And finally they, we got the connection with the RAG company. So, and then that brought on kind of P&S. And it's funny how, you get a few of these large influential brands in the industry, and it kind of paves the way for other brands and other things to jump on board, right? So
Alex, the other Alex, he says talk about the merch.
Oh, the merch. We got merch now. Yeah, actually we're here. There we go.
Nice. That would look good on it. Hey, I should have been covering that glare off this other guy over here during the live.
There might be one in the mail for him. I'm not going to say, but
okay.
Oh, hey, tell me what is this? What is the story behind the logo? Is that just shelving?
That's very good.
Is it
very good? So when I started at TOC 5 years ago, we really didn't have a logo or anything, and we hired a graphic designer and went through the colors, the logos, and all that. And she came up with like 8 or 9 designs. We got it down to 2 or 3 very quickly. And this one just resonated with us. And then when we started TOC Supplies, I'm like, why go through all that again? It's not cheap to get a professional logo done and to get a professional branding done and the colors and make sure, the Pantone colors are perfect and everything else. And I'm not going to recreate the wheel. So we actually just use the exact same branding we have for TOC Logistics, and it works. That's exactly what it is. when the icon was made, when this icon was made, you know, it wasn't really meant to be shelving. It was more just an icon. But what we saw, it looks like shelving, and it looks like, you know, shelving, racking, whatever. So that's why we went with it. We're very biased because
it looks nice.
We love it. Yeah, you know, we love it, and so we just kept it for TOC Supplies.
And what does TOC stand for? Anything?
Nothing really.
Okay.
No, when the owners started, so TOC's been around for about 10 years now, and when the owners started it, you know, they were throwing out a bunch of, you know, business terminology, like total operation cost is one terminology that came up, and it just kept coming. They kept talking about total operation costs and stuff, and one of the owners went, there, TOC, you know, we should just call it TOC.
There you go.
But really, you know, for TOC Supplies, we just, you know, call it the Owen Company.
Hey guys, I've got a viewer question here. This gentleman is so supportive of Rad Garage. I want to throw his question up, and it's for all three of us. So, what is the most satisfying detail you've ever done, and how long did it take? Who wants to start? I don't know if Shax is still kicking around here. Hopefully he's still watching. Shax, are you still watching? Go ahead and say, who's starting? Me?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
You know what? I would say last summer I did a BMW 2002. And didn't know very much about the paint history on that car. And the owner was just blown away. I used Art to Shine graphene coating on that one. And that car, I just saw it today, actually, and it still looks like it's brand new. So that one, I think, is my favorite ever. And that took me, with video, a week, 50 hours.
Wow.
It's crazy now. The videos are just getting out of hand.
Yeah.
If I clean a wheel, I can clean a wheel in 5 minutes. But if I video it, I'm probably looking at an hour.
Really?
Yeah. Because you got to wipe your hands, you know, you got to get dry, you got to move things around, you got to reposition, you got to get things. Oh, it's just, I need an assistant.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike? Great detail.
I can't remember the type of car it was, but I know it was a black car, but I can't remember what it was though. And it was swirls everywhere. You can tell it's been through car washes before, but I was able to do a correction and polish it to where it looked. It came pretty close to about 85%. I mean, but it was so freaking good though. It was like the 50-50 shot I did on it and everything was even awesome. I have a picture of it on Instagram, I think. But it was earlier this year. It was way earlier this year, probably January, February time. And I just can't remember what type of car it was though.
Well, you do too many cars. How can you keep it all straight?
I don't know either.
Must
I only do 2 or 3 cars a weekend. I got this one here and another coating tomorrow, and I got one sitting in the driveway, and I don't know how I'm gonna put the other one. Actually, I do have another one in the car.
All right, side question for you, Mike. When you do a coating,
yeah,
do you always do a paint correction first?
It depends.
Yeah.
So this here was just a polish. I mean, basically, it came looking like this when I got it.
Yep.
But if the cars comes trashed, they would have to get the correction done first and then get the coating. So they would have, Yeah,
I asked that because the Audi GT video that went live this morning, that car came to me corrected and polished about a month ago. And I just didn't feel it was perfect enough to lay down a liquid ceramic coat. So I used a spray coating instead. I like to make sure if I'm going to ceramic coat a car, I want to know that the paint is as perfect as possible.
Yeah.
And my polisher's getting fixed. I got a text that it's ready for pickup.
Nice.
My 𝗟𝗩𝗘𝗦. Hey.
So what about Owen?
Hold on.
Owen,
before you go.
Yeah.
Are you going to be getting 𝗟𝗩𝗘𝗦 polishers at some point?
We have them now.
You have them now?
We just got them this week.
Okay. Now, tell us about your best detail.
So the most impressive one, turnaround, was a BMW 440i that I did for actually my old neighbor. It was trash. Like I literally would watch him when I lived at my other house, he'd be washing it with literally a brush on a stick, like to reach on the roof and everything. And I'm like, oh my God.
I see it all the time here.
And you know, he phoned after I moved into the new house and said, like, listen, I need you to like help fix my paint. The turnaround was phenomenal, but it took about 2 days. But the most stressful one I did was this year. I did a brand new Aston Martin Vantage. Yeah, it was a convertible 2022 Vantage, and that was stressful. I'm like, this car cost more than my first house.
I know.
It may have cost more than my second house, actually. But yeah, it was. And that one I totally forgot. All the hour we've been talking, I forgot about Fireball. I actually put Fireball Butterfly on that.
Yeah.
And
nice.
That Fireball, I tell you, it's actually Gully's probably our biggest Fireball supporter and advertiser. Gully's Garage, but we love Cilia. And then I put Butterfly on this one, and I loved it so much we just brought Butterfly Graphene in. Which the cool thing about Butterfly Graphene is you actually can wash the car in 8 hours.
Wow.
It's fully cured.
The rest of the stuff was 14 days.
Yeah. 8 hours. Fully cured.
That's great.
A little expensive, but it's the convenience of basically getting that car in and out, right? And not having to hold it for a while, right? So.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. And I did a BMW i8 last year. That was
I don't even know if I could even get that. I'm gonna have to hit him up, and I'm gonna have to call Luke up. And, hey, can I get that?
Yeah. The i8 was fun, other than trying to get in and out of it. Like I'm 6'1", 230, let's say, and there's no graceful way to get in and out of an i8 at all. So
no, I'm finding that with more than just the i8, I'm sure.
With the golden doors, right? Like it's just there's nothing graceful about it.
Nothing graceful.
I remember when I did a Mercedes. It had a satin finish, and that was the paint. It was the satin finish. It wasn't wrap, and it was a Mercedes E63S. And I think at the time I only had like $300,000 on my insurance policy, but that car was worth more than insurance policy. I'm gonna have to delay this 1 week because I'm gonna have to go up the insurance policy just in case. And then I'll come back. But that's when I first got into the Dr. Beasley's products, because I had to go research to do this stuff. And I'm like, because I was freaking nervous to do the satin car. But it was after that I was like, all right, I've done a couple of them after that, but I was nervous when I did that Mercedes.
Yeah, I was.
Don't touch nothing.
No, I think when she bought this car, it was two and a bit Canadian, right? 200,000. Yeah. It's well worth. It's over like 400,000 now. Like she ordered it like 18 months ago, and just got it. And what she paid for it versus what it's worth now, it's probably close to $400,000. I think it's the only convertible Vantage in Canada right now.
Wow.
Well, 2022.
That's the summer car then, because just have to sit in Rick's garage during the winter and get detailed.
Oh, I was so naive. I did a Porsche 993 a couple of weeks ago for a friend named Derek. Black 993. Hopefully everyone saw the video.
That video was excellent, yeah.
I thought it was, $40,000-$50,000 Porsche, but those things have skyrocketed in value.
Yeah.
So he has that thing insured through Haggerty's for, well north of six figures. And I was like, oh, I should have been a little careful. Like, not that I was reckless, trust me, but man, I don't know. Getting around those cars that are in that upper stratosphere, it kind of takes the fun out of it. Like,
it does. Yeah, it absolutely does. Like I was more, car pulls in. It's like, this is like the most expensive car I've ever worked on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you grab the polisher and you start shaking. It's like,
so you're not the only one then.
No, I've polished, like 100 cars, and it's like, you grab this one, it's like, it's no different. Paint is paint, clear coat is clear coat, but it's something about, grabbing it and putting it on a $400,000 car. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
This would be the one time I dropped the polisher or something, right? So.
That's exactly it. Like things can happen. There's machineries whirling around everywhere, man. Accidents can definitely happen.
Yeah.
And
So
And
you,
my younger daughter always likes jumping in the cars when they're in the garage. And normally, whatever, she's fine. She doesn't touch anything, but she wanted to, because this one convertible looked really cool, right? And she goes, can I jump in it, Daddy? I'm like, no. Let's just get out of the garage. Don't touch your bike. Don't do anything. Don't come near the car. Just go away. So
that's true. Like residential garage, you got kids, you got skateboards, you got bikes. I got a dog. I got, like even when my kid goes in to get an orange juice out of the beer fridge in there, I'm like, I will accompany you.
Yeah.
So you got these young kids making some shorts for you. I see them on Instagram a lot. Did they just kind of like fall into your lap and work there and knew what they were doing, or was there some training going on to, hey, let's go make some shorts?
No, so like Josh, who's the guy you see doing a lot of those shorts. So he actually was a TRC Grand Ambassador, I think for Q3 or Q4 of last year.
Okay.
And he did a giveaway. And this is kind of when we were starting to think about TOC Supplies and everything else. And he ended up doing a giveaway. And on my personal account, I, was whole like this post, all the usual stuff that we do, right? And so I liked it and posted it, reposted it, and actually ended up winning his giveaway.
Wow.
And so he says, I'm in the Vaughan, like we're just north of Toronto. And he says, like, I'm in that area. He says, I can drop it off. I said, well, drop it off, come up to the warehouse and drop it off. And he was kind of freaked out by that. He was like, where am I dropping this thing off? I'm going to meet this guy in a shady warehouse or something, right? To drop off the package. And he brought it in, and we were talking, and him and I were going back and forth a little bit on Instagram about TOC Supplies. And he used to own a shop with his cousin. And I guess about a year ago, they decided to go separate ways. And so he's still detailing, but wasn't detailing in a shop per se. And really liked kind of the idea and the concept of TOC Supplies. And we went back and forth, and then Edna, our marketing coordinator, and I jumped on a few video calls with him, and it took about, I guess, 6 weeks or 7 weeks to kind of consummate, that relationship with him. And he jumped on board with us, and he's been fantastic. And then Edna, who's our marketing coordinator, she's been with us for quite a while now. She actually hired Ash as the kind of the video content creator. Mm-hmm. So she interviewed for him, found him by interviewing people, and then we found Josh through me winning that giveaway. And that's how we all kind of came together. And Edna's been with us I guess almost 4 years now. And when COVID hit, she was on a contract, so she went and got full-time employment somewhere else. And then when I started TOC Supplies, I called her and said, I'd love to have you back. For both the logistics and the TOC supply side. And she came back, and she's kind of, handling all of that right now. And I said, Ash is behind the camera and Josh is in front of the camera, and it really works. Some of the stuff they put out is really, really amazing.
So when you walk into your warehouse and you see all those products, what is the cheapest product that you see that you enjoy using the most?
I was going to say Gauntlet, but it's not the cheapest product. Probably the Jersey bug scrubbers from the RAD company. Okay. They're like, whatever, they're $10 for a 5-pack or $12 for a 5-pack. So cheap, but they're amazing. So
I've got a 10-pack of Stoner bug wipes. You get them wet and then you just wipe them. I think it's like $5.99 for a box, but man, and there's 10 in there.
Right.
So is that 59 cents? It's like, it's such a satisfying 59 cents.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's funny.
There's Pan. Hey, Pan.
Yeah, it's nice to see Pan dropping in. I haven't watched his video from this weekend, but he was testing can't think of the word right now, an extractor.
Yeah, the mighty
extractor versus a cheaper one. I gotta watch that.
The mighty extractor versus the
one that I have. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I have too.
The one that I have. Yeah, the expensive one versus the one we all have. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't lying. Same one I have too.
Yeah.
I got the same cheap one and the same expensive one.
I had a big old expensive hot water extractor. All it did was take up space. I just never had. I'm not the detail geek. I don't clean trashed minivans, so I don't really need one.
Extractors is one of those things we're on the hunt for, right? Because everybody carries Mighty, right? So we're like,
Yeah.
What else is out there, right? So there's another one that we're actually working on, trying to bring up here. That's fairly not new to the market at all, but fairly new to extractors. So.
Well, I'm excited by something you said earlier, that you now have a shipment of polishers from 𝗟𝗡𝗚.
And we just got the new microfiber pads in too. So
I can see a lot of money going.
So how were you able to? Cause I know every time Rick says, he just tells his wife he's going to the grocery store, he end up at Carzilla all the time.
Yeah.
And how did you entice Rick to say, "Hey, come pay me a visit"?
As I said, Rick and we've been talking way before
Okay.
TOC Supplies, and really kind of our connection really kind of grew just over the garages, right? And probably embarrassingly enough, the microfiber collections that we both have. So battle of microfiber.
I have one enabler, and that's Owen. He's my enabler. Yeah, no, when you started up TOC, I was like, here is another way Canadians can get their hands on these superior detailing products without having to go directly through the States, which used to not be that big of a deal. Like 3 or 4 years ago, it wasn't that big of a deal. Shipping was reasonable, but since everything happened, it's just gone nuts. So on behalf of all Canadians, thank you, Owen, for keeping us, you're like our pusher.
Exactly.
You're our dealer.
We've on our logistics side, we just signed a huge contract for a new company we have coming in December that will have a very, how do I put it? We'll have a very nice connection to garage accessories. Yeah. So that will, we're working on that now. We have the logistics side wrapped up. We'll be doing their distribution across Canada. And we were meeting the owner of that company and talking about bringing those products in. I kind of pulled them aside and said, we have this TOC supply side that your product would look really nice in garages. So we're working on that now. So.
Well, right now, my garage organization company of choice is the IKEA kitchen department.
I don't.
You laugh, Mike, but I have sent not thousands. I've sent dozens of people to IKEA for bars for hanging there. So I'm partial to the Swedish giant IKEA, but I'll be keeping an eye on what you got going on there, Owen.
Well, I know you always said you wanted some cabinets, Rick. So.
No. Oh, wow. Pan was the one who actually told me the thing that he loves most in his garage is his cabinets.
Well, but those are
when we had Pan on, we asked him what was the aspect of your garage you loved the most, and he didn't even think about it. I have been looking to upgrade my cabinets, and then part of me also doesn't want to take them off the wall and look at all the damage left behind. But
that's why you just get a bigger array of cabinets. You just hide all the mess, right? So.
There you go. All right, listen, I got my eye on the clock here, and I've got to do some things tonight. So, Owen, we want to thank you so much for all you're doing in the Canadian detailing world and, the general detailing world in general, and for joining us tonight. Any final words?
No, it's just thanks to both of you for having us on. And, it's been a lot of fun. And it's been a great journey, and we're just going to keep building and growing this thing. And, we want to kind of be, the Canadian destination for car detailing and garage accessory type products in Canada. So that's kind of our vision and our goal, and that's where we're going with it. So thank you both. And thank you for everybody joining tonight. I see a lot of familiar names popping up on the screen. So thanks to all them. And thanks very much.
All right, stick around. I'm going to get Mike's just going to tell people what's coming up next on our upcoming live streams. Mike, who do we got?
2 weeks from today, we got 𝗠𝗜𝗏𝗦. 2 weeks from today, and then a month from now, we've got Sal and Joelle from Details, their YouTube channel. DIY, what is it? DIY Detail, which has got Nick and Ivan. Started that new company, DIY Detail. We got them in September, and Mike Phillips 3D coming. I know I got another one. Another.
You got Ladies' Night coming up.
I got Ladies' Night coming. Yes. Kelly with Royal Reflection. Chelsea from Attention to Detail.
Yeah.
And then the
Christine.
lady that does the PPF down there in Southern California, Christina, she'll also be joining us. I don't know if she'll be in a Ghost like she was last time.
Yeah.
We did live stream with her. She sat in the back seat of that Bentley, and she was detailing that Bentley while we were doing the live stream with her.
That was
and
awesome.
I'm hoping on Rick's birthday, which is, I think, if I remember right, it will be on a Wednesday. And I've already reached out to somebody because we had him around that Wednesday last year around the same time.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that Wednesday in November, I'm not going to mention his name though, but I penciled in it could possibly happen. It's not for sure yet. It's not for sure, but I'm not going to mention his name.
Don't say anything. If it's not for sure, don't say anything.
Not for sure, but I think it's be on Rick's birthday even. And because I think it's on a Wednesday. And last year we did it on a Wednesday because his girlfriend works during the week and we can actually get more quality time with this guy during the weekday.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's going to be during the weekdays. It's going to be right after Thanksgiving. I mean, like right after.
And that's months away. Months away.
Yeah.
We'll
and
be
I'm
ready
also
for
talking
that.
to Justin with Auto Geek also.
Really?
In November.
Sounds good. So we'll see everybody in 2 weeks on your channel for 𝗠𝗏𝗡𝗦.
𝗠𝗏𝗡𝗦.
Well, we're going to figure out how to say it. That'll be the first question.
Exactly. Hopefully it'll be question 1.
Yeah.
All right, viewers. It's been awesome. Owen, thank you. Mike, thanks as always. And stay rad.
Thank you, guys. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.